You ever wonder how two people can be madly in love and still not make it? Like they are the best of friends. They get along, they're cordial, and they still love each other, but somehow the relationship ends. And it hurts even worse because of all those factors. It doesn't make sense. We grow up believing love is enough to keep someone, that if you just love them hard enough, they'll stay. But what if I told you that love alone won't keep them? Unfortunately, I've seen couples that fall apart even though they were still in love. I've seen people lose themselves in the name of love. And I've learned that some of the biggest heartbreaks come from believing that love is all you need. Because the truth is, love alone won't keep a relationship together. It's not the full story. And once you understand that, everything begins to change. We've been raised on a steady diet of fairy tales, rom-coms, and R&B songs. They all tell us the same thing. Just find the one, fall in love, and everything will work out. But that belief is the reason so many people are unhappy in love today. And in this episode, I want to give you 4 hard truths about love that most people never mention or talk about. Not mom and them, not the premarital counselor, not even your favorite relationship influencer, unless it's me. But these truths, they can save your relationship or maybe save you. So truth number 1, love is not equal to compatibility. You can love someone deeply and still be completely wrong for each other. There are different values, different goals, sometimes even toxic behavior. But then we get into that, but the chemistry, the spark, the sex, it felt like destiny. We clicked. The chemistry, oh, it was so magical and insane. But here's a news flash. Chemistry doesn't mean compatibility. You can love someone deeply and still be fundamentally different where it counts. For example, like maybe you're conflict avoidant and they are confrontational. Maybe you need words of affirmation and they shut down under stress. Maybe your goals clash or your values pull you in opposite direction. But here's the trap. We confuse emotional connection with long-term alignment or compatibility. But just because your heart races around them or your toes curls during passion, that doesn't mean that's good for your soul. Love might bring two people together, but compatibility decides whether they can stay. And if you're not aligned in values, goals, purpose, communication, and respect, that love will eventually drain you instead of fuel you. Truth number 2, love doesn't fix problems. A while ago, I had a conversation with someone, no names, I promise. They were in, I call it a somewhat of a toxic relationship, constant arguments, fighting, breaking up, making up, zero communication skills. But every time they would make up, they'd say, we love each other so much. Doesn't that count for something, Frank? And it did, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough because they never changed their behavior. They kept repeating the same cycle, thinking love would hold them together like glue. But love isn't a band-aid and it's not glue. It won't fix poor communication. It won't heal trauma. It won't magically make you a team. You still have to do the work. You got to talk through the hard stuff, listen, learn how to fight fair, and build trust brick by brick, as they say. Question, if you've ever stayed in a relationship thinking, if we just love each other hard enough, it'll all work out, just drop me the heartbreak emoji in the comment section. Truth number 3, love isn't worth losing yourself. Wow. We've been taught that love means sacrifice, and that's true to a point. We compromise, we support, we give up things to show we care. But if love starts to cost you your peace, your self-respect, and your identity, that's no longer love. That's control. That's fear. That's dependency with a nice fit on and a beard. Truth number four, you can't love someone into maturity. Have you ever loved someone who wasn't ready? They say the right person at the wrong time is still the wrong person. But when you're in it, you don't quite feel that. It's not that simple because your heart sees potential. You see, that they need to be healed and you just want to give them a chance to grow, so you wait. You love them through the shutdowns, the disappearing act, the emotional outbursts, and you tell yourself they've been hurt before. They just need time. But here's the raw truth: you can't love someone into maturity. You can't carry their healing on your back. Love can inspire growth, for sure, but it can't replace it. And when someone's not ready to face themselves, no amount of patience, affection, or belief would do the work for them. You end up doing emotional labor they never asked for you to do. You become the part time lover, the part time therapist, and slowly you start losing yourself in the process. You start making excuses for their behavior and their hurts, and you start lowering your standards in the name of understanding. And you hope one day that they'll look up and say, "You saved me, babe." But that day won't come because saving was never your job. You were trying to build a future with someone still stuck in the past, trying to create consistency with someone who was stuck in chaos and only knows chaos. And the longer you stay, the more the peace that you have becomes it gets burdensome. And that's someone, whenever you feel when you want to get in, they get uncomfortable. They feel like there's too much exposure, too much intimacy. And instead of growing into the person who can meet you where you are, they pull away. Or worse, they drag you down with them. And you start to believe love means waiting and putting up with this, that love means tolerating it. But real love, healthy love, should never require you to abandon yourself in the process. So if you're trying to fix someone, and if you're staying because you believe eventually they'll get it, you're not in love with them. You're in love with their potential. And potential doesn't build relationships, maturity does. You, talking to you deserve a love that adds to your life and not one that makes you shrink and drains you. If someone is asking you to abandon your voice, your worth, your truth, your values, your dreams, and sacrifice, no, that's not a relationship. A relationship like that will break you. And if you share this with someone, someone who's going through this, share this with them as a wake up call. But here's the truth I want to share: that love is beautiful. I've been married for almost 28 years. We've been together for 30 years. Love is beautiful, but it's got to be with the right person. But love alone is not enough still. Lasting relationships are built on love and respect and compatibility, emotional safety, and the willingness to stay and grow together. So if you're in love right now, ask yourself, am I safe here? Am I seen here? Am I growing? Because if the answer is no, then you might have love, but not the kind that will carry you to the place where your soul longs. I'm Frank, and this is Soulful Conversation, family. Until next time, love wisely.